Hello, my friends. It's Jonathan at the Piano Lesson. Back for more ramblings of pianos. Hey, I want to show you a great Gershwin song. Remember George Gershwin? George and Ira Gershwin, great songwriting team. One of the best ever. Amazing output of work that George Gershwin accomplished in his very limited lifetime of 39 years. Extraordinary. And here's a super fun song that's not only easy to play, but it's also a good song to use just to do as an exercise, practice chords with. Good excuse. Always kind of combine the two, make your exercises, musical. So let's just look at this tune. It's usually played in E flat, and it's called Wonderful. It's wonderful. It's probably means it's wonderful, but they kind of did something interesting with the words, and they got rid of the it apostrophe. They got it is, and they sort of stuck it in here, and I don't know why that apostrophe is there, but it kind of is just to have a space. It's wonderful. And here's the melody. So it's just this. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's an E flat. Is that pretty easy? Okay. And the bass is E flat, C. There's the second time F, B flat. Now that's A and A again. So 8 measures and then 8 measures again. And then B. Now here's what's interesting. I'm starting in E flat, and the B section is also 8 bars, and then we're back to A again. It's a typical 32 bar song form. But it goes to the key of G. It goes up a major third. So interesting. Chromatic. That's the whole tune. Now, E flat major 7, C7, F7, F minor 7, B flat 7. And I learned chords and root positions in the beginning. And keeping a beat in the left hand. Just quarter notes. 2, 3, 4, F minor, B flat 7, E flat major 7. And then going to key of E flat, G major 7. Now you could do other things here, but it was C7, F7, F minor, B flat. Back to E flat, C7, this is second inversion. Now, in terms of filling it out, I think this is a great candidate for doing things with shell voicings. So not playing the chord real low down here or up here, but maybe spreading it out, having a 10th, or that's kind of nice. And then over here, there's your 10th, 7th, flat 9, and there's the 5th, that's the 7th. Let's have an 11 chord, F, C, A flat, here's the E flat. I have another C stuck in here. A G, right? That's the ninth. And then this is the 11th. It's almost like C minor 7 on top with an F on the bottom. B flat 7. This looks like A flat major 7, but when you put a B flat here, it actually makes it B flat 7 with an added 9th, 11th, and 13, and you could have a flat 9. That's fun. Now, if the melody is C, I tend not to play the major 7s because they cause a dissonance. So root, 6th, 9th, 5th, and then the root. You could play the 5th again, or maybe stick the 3rd in there. But so here's how it would sound. It's a little nicer. This rolling 5th. Notice I'm not doubling the E up here, not doubling the 3rd. F7 is instead of the F minor. And when you're laying down a chord, you could change one note just to give it a little bit more color. Second time, walking tenths. More walking tenths. Now here's the 6. There's a voicing. 2/5 to G. C7. Here's the B natural, flat 9. That's a cool note. That's the sharp 9, C7 sharp 9. D flat, up chromatically. And the lyrics are wonderful, it's marvelous, you should care for me. It's awful nice, paradise, what I love to see. And you've made my life so glamorous. It's all G, then. You can't blame me for feeling amorous. Oh, it's wonderful, it's marvelous that you should care for me. That's the whole song. It's a very sweet little song. Now, keeping the beat, being that, we play the piano and we're expected to keep a beat and be a whole band, right? Maybe we want to think about doing something like that. Now that's stride, called stride. So the word stride meaning we're moving along the surface of the key. Now the trick to playing not just stride but moving your hand distances on the piano is to keep it as close to the keys as you can and move it laterally, move it horizontally. Try to keep it kind of close. The tendency is for people to pick up their hand, and that's you do kind of like this and bounce up and down. That's not a great idea. Just kind of stay close. And the other trick is if you're going up the keyboard, then immediately, you just kind of like whack your hand and go bang. Just move that way, okay? You don't do this and then up and then over. That's already too late. That's the tendency when people are playing the piano. They're pushing the key down, and then they're going up, and then they're going over. You can't do that. You have to actually just kind of go boom, right? And it'll make a sound. You'll make a sound. You'll kind of grab onto the key, and you'll end up. And the exercise really want to, as you go up, end on the chord silently. So now I know where all my fingers want to be: E flat, G, B flat, D. All my fingers are on the keys that I want. And when I play the new chord, well, then I go immediately, bang, back down. So, right, almost like I'm tearing the keys out of the piano, okay? So, boom. So, And the secret to playing fast, if you want to call it a secret, but is to be on the keys before you need them. You know, I mean, I don't need to do this and wait. Right? But now, of course, it takes some time to get used to going down, finding notes. Right? I mean, so I'm at root, fifth, root, fifth, root. Oh no, I'm playing chords. And this kind of song is nice to practice because the melody isn't too hard. You can have something to do in the right hand. Now, what did I do there? Well, I walked up diatonically, diminished. Right. That's another option, right? Now, what did I do there? I'm starting to add tenths. So, and then I'm doing that. That's a big reach, actually. That's even a big reach for my hand. My hand's not that big, but it's more like something Art Tatum would do. You can actually get good at grabbing those chords. You kind of just get them on the edge, that little lip on the key. You can practice stretching your fingers, stretching the fleshy part of your fingers like that, and just kind of push on the key. And the second finger will just sort of end up on that note anyway. You don't have to really work hard at it. But if you can get your fingers wide enough on those tenths, I mean that's very doable, even with someone that doesn't have an enormous hand. That's another nice way to play. What did I do there? I went down chromatically, G flat, F, E, instead of 3, 6, 2, 5, 1 instead of that, or 2, 5. That's a simpler one, but you know, kind of accelerating. Wasn't that fun? I'll write out the chords for you for a second. That's to make it easy. So, E flat, ba 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 da. Another measure, da da da. 4 counts, ba ba da, ba ba da. 2 counts each. C7, F minor, B flat. And that's section A. Okay, that's section A. Ba ba da ba ba da ba ba da ba ba. And the second time, ba ba da, E flat 4 times. So that's the first ending. Second ending, E flat 4 times, and then getting to the key of G, A minor 7, D7, and then you. Okay, so that's. See the bridge. Da-da, section B. G, 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 A, D, G, G, do, 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 A minor, D, da, 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 da. And then C7, da, 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 F7, da, 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 F minor 7, B flat 7, and important flat 9. That's the C flat or the B natural, however you want to look at it. So 4. And you're back to the A. Now, of course, this is easy to transpose. So, challenge yourself a little bit and explore, right? It's a major 7 chord. The melody starts on the 5th. So, I don't know, just play some games. I mean, what would it be like in C? Right? Let's just go circle of fifths. Key of G. Up a fifth to D. Key of A. F sharp 7. B minor, E flat. Go up a fifth to E. Go up a fifth to B. Go up a fifth to F sharp. Go up a fifth to C sharp. Go up a fifth to A flat. E flat. We already did that, so let's go up a fifth again to B flat. And key of F. I mean, that really gives you a sense of confidence, if you can do something like that. And you could do it in the left hand, right? what if you're a singer, you're playing with a singer, and they don't like the key you're playing in? What are you going to do? Just force them to sing in any key that you want? I mean, you have to be a little flexible. You have to help them out a bit, and you can't rely on a keyboard to do it or an app. Oh, I'm going to just little public service announcement here. I'm going to grouchy old man service announcement. I knew it would take. There comes a time in your life you're wondering, when am I going to become the grumpy old man? And I just feel like it's kind of breathing down my neck. So I'm just going to get there early. Grumpy old man comment. The iReal book. A lot of wrong chords in it. Like a lot. Like people used to criticize the real book, but this is like the really wrong book. Like this is just and what makes it worse is that you can transpose the wrong chords into any key. Hooray. So you have this false sense of security. You're like, well, I have the iReal book. I have 10,000 songs that in here that on my little iPad, and I can pull. And by the way, I am guilty of this too. There are certain songs like I didn't, what they're familiar with, and you're playing with people, and you're like, well, I'll just pull it up because this is the very first year or last year I think it was the very first year I even used it. And a singer would come up and they'd be like, oh, could play an A flat, and it songs normally in I don't know, G or whatever, or C or whatever. So I think, well, okay, I'll just be lazy, Oh my God. It just, what a train wreck, because, you cannot rely on the chords in the real book or in the iReal book at all. And this is what I don't understand. How come we have all this great technology, but it seems to magnify the mistakes? It doesn't really self-correct. I think it's just part of it is that just people don't know the songs anymore, So anyway, that was my public service announcement about these newfangled fake books. They don't even have melodies in them. They just have chords. What else was I going to say? Oh yes, okay. And let's just before we leave, let's just throw in a little right hand exercise in here. So. Now, it's been a while since I've really practiced my arpeggios. The trick with the arpeggio, I'm doing the same chords as the song. So the trick is getting the thumb under. And when you come over, getting on the back of the nail, kind of on the side of the finger, and getting your hand over. See, and it on the note before you need it. On the note before you need it. Now, this is not quite practical to get my thumb on the note, but I can get closer. It's that feeling. It's that feeling in the hand that is the weak link. That arpeggio is all about that feeling. And you can even just practice that. But so E flat, da da da, and then C7, da da da, da da da. This is the second inversion. So going through the chords as an arpeggio in the right hand. These are just root position chords. Of course, you can do other inversions, right? And doing, left hand as well. And doing both hands. You can hear me making some little bitsy mistakes because I'm remiss on my practicing as well. That's a tricky one. Or contrary. Well, you guessed it. It's that time. It's time for us to say goodbye, but I had a lovely, lovely time together, and I hope you did too. And till we meet again, this is Jonathan, the piano lesson.com, signing off.